On this all-new episode of Primetime Panthers, the Cats head north of the border for a matchup with their conference rival, the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Jones, little head fake. Samaskevich waits. Here's Reinhart in front, Bennett score! Sam's Club, it's open!
And Bill Zito and the team had a special delivery for the Hockey Hall of Fame.
How humbling and at the same time empowering it is, because it's really here. And this is something we all work together, and all you guys too, everyone was a part of it. And to think, you know what, I had something to do with that.
Plus, your favorite Panthers broadcasters take a tour of the incredible Hall of Fame.
I think my favorite part of the display is Tkachuk's mouth guard, all chewed up. Now that's got to be the only Cup champ with a mouth guard.
All of that and more this week on Primetime Panthers. Primetime Panthers is presented by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys.
Welcome into this very special episode of Primetime Panthers. I'm Katie Engelson. We are coming to you from the Hockey Hall of Fame in Toronto, and I have two very special guests, Randy Moeller and Steve Goldstein.
Thanks for calling us very special.
What did you learn today?
What I learned today is my man, Cyclone Taylor. That's what I learned, inducted in 1947. This place is amazing because every time we come, you pick up and you see and you learn something new.
They keep expanding and keep adding to it, and it was a special treat for us. We saw the Panthers Stanley Cup display and also the ring, Barkov replica ring that's being placed into the Panthers Stanley Cup display. So the history of the game of hockey, not only in North America and here in Canada where it was born, but also internationally as well. So if anybody's a hockey fan, anywhere, this is a must-see. You have to come to the Hockey Hall of Fame here in Toronto.
And you heard it there from Randy. The Panthers made a very special delivery, and we're going to go check it out.
You've come on a very special day as we welcome the 2024 Stanley Cup champions, Florida Panthers, into the Hall of Fame today as they officially donate a Stanley Cup ring. Our Vice President Curator, you might also know him as Cup Keeper, Bill Pritchard.
Thanks, Kelly. Welcome, everybody, and it is a special day here. Not only is it special for the Stanley Cup, which is 132 years old from 1893, but a unique thing that happened way back in 1893 is we got a Stanley Cup ring that year, and that's presently on display. Since that time, we've been regular on getting Stanley Cup rings, and for the past 20 seasons, thanks to Brian Burke of the Anaheim Ducks, he's made it an annual gift that we get a Stanley Cup ring from each team. This year, as Kelly mentioned, we're thrilled and honored to have members of the Florida Panthers Hockey Club here to donate their Stanley Cup ring here to the Hockey Hall of Fame. I'm going to turn it over now to Mr. Bill Zito, the general manager of the Florida Panthers.
We're in the Church of Hockey, and it's only appropriate that we present to you our ring. It's a Sasha Barkov ring, and it's not a replica. It's a real one, the exact same one that he got. Without further ado, thank you, sir.
It's such a thrill. What a wonderful place. How humbling and at the same time empowering it is, because it's really here. And this is something we all work together, and all you guys too, everyone was a part of it. And to think, you know what, I had something to do with that.
Yeah, maybe we have Matthew and Sasha and Sam here can show it around to some of the people.
I think you have to, take advantage and enjoy all those opportunities you get. A lot goes into, earning that right and earning that opportunity to go, and have an event like that. So it's something you can't take for granted because you never know if it's going to happen again. But it was obviously an exciting time. What do we think? Is it big enough?
Yeah, it's cool. Congratulations on this.
Thank you very much.
I was one of those kids back in the day, so I was dreaming and hoping about the opportunity to to be able to win the Stanley Cup, and now I got it last summer, and I'm really happy about it, and obviously it was well deserved by us, and happy to show it around.
It's surreal, and it's beyond that because, for example, this photo, when we all walked by the first time and we all saw it, you know, it's an overused phrase, it takes your breath away, but it did, and it did for everybody. And it's not only that it's done and you're in the hall, it's how well it's done. And so during the little talk we had, we all wanted to keep looking behind it at the display case. Oh, there's Chucky's mouthpiece. And it just made me think about all those things that happen in life as a fan. And it's such an honor. You get geek coming here, for sure.
Just to come here as a huge hockey fan, it's always nice, and to be part of the history now is amazing, and to present the rink here as well with the teammates and management, it was awesome. So to have your name in this kind of place is huge. So for sure, one of the memorable days.
It's an incredible place. If you grew up in the game, you can walk through there, and it's just so many great names. Then to have a little bit of a display there, at least for a year, we get to have, you see the players in the pictures, that's wonderful. It's a magical trip.
Time for our first break on Primetime Panthers. Coming up next, Katie, Goldie, and Randy take in all that the Hockey Hall of Fame has to offer.
The original cup that was donated by Lord Stanley.
Ooh, I want to try the play-by-play.
He's running.
Don't fret. Primetime Panthers on Script Sports. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Primetime Panthers. Anytime the Florida Panthers match up with the Toronto Maple Leafs, it's must-watch TV. The two Eastern Conference heavyweights were set to do battle as the race toward the playoffs continued to heat up.
We're not going to play harder tonight because it could be first place. We should be playing as hard as we can every night. That's kind of the way we're rolling there.
We got 15 games out of 17 or whatever it is against teams that are playing for something. You know, there's 2 more teams at it tonight, so it's going to be a great test. We're looking forward to the challenge. Every time we play each other, I think it brings out the best and brings out the emotion out of both of us. So the more it enhances the rivalry and the matchup.
It was a nice crisp day here in Toronto and a playoff-type atmosphere here at Scotiabank Arena. This is a big swing game, big-time matchup. Panthers already beat the Leafs in the first game this season.
Yeah, the Panthers are looking for the carbon copy of their first meeting. That was back around Thanksgiving, and Panthers just dominated in that game.
Well, a lot of intense hockey coming down the stretch. For more on that, we say a good evening to Katie on the bench.
Nate, tonight's game is a battle for that top spot in the Atlantic Division. How would you characterize the significance of this matchup?
Yeah, it's first of 3 games in the next couple weeks against this team, and I think you have to understand that this is a team you might see later on, and make sure that this is one of those games that has a lasting effect on the rest of the year.
The battle for playoff positioning heats up on Toronto ice tonight. The first place Panthers on the road, taking on the Maple Leafs on Script Sports. Bennett 2-on-1 with Rodriguez. Sam Bennett moves in, waits, holds, and the shot deflected, saves Stolars. Rebound is loose in front. Stolars jumps out, still no whistle. Panthers jamming away. That puck is still free. Finally, it's underneath Stolars. Oh, and then Ekman Larson punches Samoskevich right in the face.
I think there's going to be a penalty called here.
It's a roughing penalty on the former Panther. Panthers going to get another power play here. Barkov moves in. Reinhart now gives back to Jones. Reinhart for Samoskevich out in front. Tries to stuff it in. They score. Sam Bennett. Power play goal to tie the game.
Perfectly timed by Bennett. Gets it in the back of the net, a power play goal.
The more we play together, the more we're going to find that chemistry and just find little plays, get comfortable where each other are, and be able to read off each other a little bit better. So he's a great player, and he's going to be a great player in this league for a long time.
And the first period will come to an end even.
What's your assessment of the first 20?
Yeah, I thought it was good. I thought they came out with a pretty good push at the beginning, and I thought we did a good job of weathering it and getting to our game. And it's a big goal by Benny at the end of the period, and we'll continue to build from here.
Time for our last break on Primetime Panthers. Coming up next, the thrilling conclusion to the matchup between your Florida Panthers and the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Off his skid from behind. Rear recovers. Centers. He's got Mikula. Score! Kitos Nico! The Panthers have their first lead of the night.
Don't go anywhere. Primetime Panthers on Script Sports. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Primetime Panthers. The Hockey Hall of Fame is a magical place for hockey fans of all kinds. You could spend several days inside and still not see everything it has to offer. Before the puck dropped against the Toronto Maple Leafs, your favorite broadcaster spent the off day wandering the halls of the greatest hockey museum on the planet.
Oh, this is awesome.
My favorite person in this picture
is who?
Okay, is Roberto Luongo. Eyes closed, just pure joy. He got his cup.
Look at all how they caught this picture, the expression of everybody. There's not a bad picture where somebody is looking somewhere else. Everybody else. Look at Reinhardt. Look at Ekblad. I mean, Teddy Richards. That's awesome.
Look at Bennett's beard, for crying out loud.
Isn't that awesome?
And they almost took it without Bob.
Hornquist.
Bob came flying over and slid down.
Yeah.
I notice something different every time you look at these
Yeah.
photos. Yeah, you pick up, there's always something different.
Blomberg. I just noticed him.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the ring. Okay, perfect.
I think my favorite part of the display is Tkachuk's mouth guard, all chewed up as.
That is.
Now that's got to be the
addition.
only cup champ with a mouth guard.
Oh yeah, I got to get a picture of that too.
That's an amazing piece of the display.
That's cool. That's a nice touch.
This is all the international stuff.
Here's the one where they swap out my brother's jersey and that right here. Right now they got Pronger and I think Ryan Smith. World Junior Championships that we won in 1982. And my brother scored the gold medal winning goal. And then they asked him to donate his jersey. And his jersey is in rotation. And it's been here for over 40 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Steve Rice.
Stephen Rice.
Wow,
yeah.
He was the captain. I didn't know that. You literally pick new things up every time you come here. It's amazing.
Look
You
at the
forget.
Pavel
Look at the beret. Oh, yeah.
He was the captain. Gordie Howe.
There you go, Mr. Hockey.
Mr. Hockey.
Ooh, I want to try the play-by-play.
He's running.
Look at that. The Sports Emmy for Gary Bettman.
Look at that Zamboni.
Look at that old Zamboni. Oh my God.
It looks like a train almost. The lights.
Okay, we're going to put Randy on the spot. 2 questions. Who is better, Lemieux or Gretzky? And who is harder to play against as a defenseman?
I've answered that question a number of times. Wayne Gretzky is the greatest player to ever play the game. There's no doubt in my mind.
There's a butt coming.
But the most talented was Mario Lemieux.
Yeah.
And he was individually the toughest to play against, Mario Lemieux. They both played on great teams. Gretzky had more Stanley Cups, and I think more Hall of Fame players. So he played on great teams that he made them what they were, and that. But Mario Lemieux was the most talented player I ever played against.
I'm going to sit in the Flowers locker. Guy Lafleur. Last Canadian hockey team to win the Cup. Montreal, 1993. We've had 4 in the state of Florida since then.
Pocket Rocket. He won the most Stanley Cups in the history of the NHL as a player. Henri Richard.
Look at that. That's not even a mask.
Oh my goodness. My first year pro with Quebec Nordiques, he was one of our goaltenders, Michel Place.
Really?
It's a great day for hockey. It's a great day for hockey.
Oh, well, here they're getting ready to change this.
Yeah.
This is the Gretzky goal record, but it's changing over. So you think they're going to keep this? Or just...
I have a tough time believing that they will replace it, but they've got to build something spectacular for Ovechkin when he does break it, and he will break it.
Well, they did all this when he broke Gordy Howe. This wasn't the total Gretzky scored. No. This is just the 802 breaking Gordy. You see the original Stanley Cup ring?
Yeah.
I mean, you could wear that like every day.
It kind of looks like a wedding band.
Yeah. It really changed in the late 90s. They started getting bigger and colorful. And
here's the original cup that was donated by Lord Stanley for the Championship of Canada back in the late 1800s. That's the original cup, and then they started putting bands around with the names and the teams all the way. And this is why we're here.
The Big Daddy?
Yep, the Visit It Again. Here's the Florida Panthers. Yep, all their names engraved. So many memories of that night. Alexander Barkov when he was presented the trophy.
Dmitry Kulikov setting up the game-winning goal.
Yeah.
Good old
Sam Reinhart. How about Paul Maurice when they handed it to him in front of the bench?
The emotion.
Bill Zito.
It's great because every name you look at, like every name has a huge story behind it.
Right.
So I think that's really cool.
Time for a short break here on Primetime Panthers. Coming up next, after an eventful off day in Toronto, it was time to take care of business against the Maple Leafs.
Every time we play each other, I think it brings out the best and brings out the emotion out of both of us. So the more it enhances the rivalry in the matchup.
We relive the thrilling matchup between the two Eastern Conference heavyweights. Primetime Panthers is presented by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Take back control of your life. Call 1-800-747-FREE. Don't go anywhere. Primetime Panthers on Script Sports. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Primetime Panthers. After a back-and-forth first period with the game tied at 1, the Florida Panthers looked to take control in the second period.
Toronto were the much quicker team the first 5, 6, 7 minutes of that first period, but then the Panthers got their legs underneath of them and got going.
AJ Greer speeding through center. Knocked off his stick from behind. Greer recovers, centers, he's got Nico a score! Kitos Nico! The Panthers have their first lead of the night.
Again, the Panthers, they come with the speed.
Yeah, it's been a while again. So I just try to enjoy every goal I got, and it was a nice play by AJ and got a quick shot on the net, so yeah, happy for that.
He's awesome. Everyone loves him on this team. So when guys that don't normally put them in are putting them in, it's a great feeling, and it just shows how tight this group is and how much we care for each other.
Jones, little head fake. Samaskevich waits. Here's Reinhart in front. Bennett score! Sam's club, it's open! Reinhart to Bennett for the 3-1 lead.
Second goal of the game for Benny. Again, Samaskevich all over this.
He's got it in him, and you saw that right from day one of development camp. He had it, and then he just has to spend enough time in the league that he can get out on the power play and not defer. Take the shot if it's there, make the play if it's there, just go out and play.
Here comes Samaskevich breaking it and shooting. Long save.
It's on your stick, you're a good National Hockey League player, and he's made a really stronger than you would expect a first-year player in terms of his development this year. So now he's on the power play and he's just playing the game.
Great second period of work by the Panthers.
Yeah, they get the offense going and a couple power play goals. Bennett's got 2. The Panthers have a 2-goal lead going into the third.
What changed in terms of momentum that's allowed this offense?
I think we've been doing what we do the whole game, and it was heavy first period in both ways, and we kept it going and just play our game, and I think that just get us a result.
Panthers up a pair in Toronto. Our second period stats, Panthers on their game defensively against this Toronto team. The last 2 columns there, high danger chances. They've only allowed 2 rush chances. They've only allowed 1 in this game. It's loose, it's Nylander shooting, Bobrovsky the save.
At 3-1, he's not going to like the 3-2 goal. And then you're thinking you're going to have a hard time beating him now, right? Because now he's angry in the net.
Matthews spits it out in front. Bobrovsky with a couple of big saves on Austin Matthews.
He just totally fits our team. He's so calm in that net.
Nylander for Matthews, back to Nylander moving in, and Bobrovsky the stop.
He made a bunch of good outlet play, even plays with the puck toward the end. It took pressure off our back end, but there's a calm with him in the net for us.
McCabe shoots, Bobrovsky the save, it's loose at the net, and Sergei's able to cover up.
If he gives up one he doesn't like, he usually doesn't give up two.
And a 6-on-5. Matthews shoots, Bobrovsky the save with $1:16 to go.
They kind of put us on a hill for a couple of minutes, but after that it was pretty solid. Keep them outside and let the puppy do the rest.
The Panthers win it, 3-2.
And Sergei Bobrovsky now, he passes Tony Esposito for the all-time wins list in the National Hockey League.
Thank you all so much for tuning into this episode of Primetime Panthers. Randy, what was your favorite part of today?
Seeing Matthew Tkachuk one-on-one with the Stanley Cup again, looking at his name, and he turned to us and said, "It never gets old."
And it never does. Goldie, what about you?
There's a room upstairs where they've got the ribbons when teams are done on the Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
They take you off the cup, and then you're on display. The rings are in there on one wall, and the original bowl, the original cup from 1893 is there. And one of the Hockey Hall of Fame folks was giving a little narration of all of it. I happened to be in the room when Sam Reinhart was in there. You would have thought Sam was a 12-year-old kid learning about all this for the first time. I thought it was amazing for all he's accomplished. He loves the game, and he was genuinely interested.
Pure joy on Sam Reinhart's face and pure joy on all of our faces as we got to experience what a special day today was. We will see you all next time right here on Script Sports for the next episode of Primetime Panthers.
Primetime Panthers has been presented by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys.